We have 29 sets of pliers here from 5 different companies. I'm going to be very harsh, very honest during this. Any of these pliers on this list are worth buying. I'm just going to give you guys the pros and cons of each brand and the type of plier, let you guys know, because there's certain brands that they have a certain type of plier that really sticks out above and beyond everybody else. And we'll start up here at the top with my sets that I have the fewest of, and kind of work through it, go to my bigger collections. And this is not all of my pliers, you guys. I do have more pliers than this, but I wanted to use the ones that really translated from brand to brand so you guys could really see a comparison and I could really give my opinion and let you guys know, because I've used all of these in some working capacity. Some of them were only for a couple months, like the NWS. I only used those for about a month, I would say. But I had time, put in the work to formulate a really good opinion, I think. Got to really see what they're like in action. Comment down below. Let me know if I forgot any brands. Let's go ahead and get to it. First up, we're going to start with the Kleins. You guys, we have their linemans, their diagonal cutters, and their needle nose up first. These are not their journeyman set. Okay, this is the normal set that it comes with, I believe, 2 screwdrivers and this pair of wire strippers. Now, these are super high quality, you guys. I have no complaints about these. I really like the way that the linemans are shaped. I really like the quality. The only thing that I have a complaint about any of their pliers is they don't come loose. They come very stiff. You have to really work them in, and that'll make sense later on down the line because there's some other pliers that you don't have to do that for. So that's my only complaint. You do have to work them in. They cut well. They're super well made. I do have some of the journeyman style. The needle nose are probably my least favorite type of plier from Klein. I like the thinner nose. I'll show you guys a style like that here in a little bit. They're probably my least favorite. They're definitely a lot more heavy duty than these other brands, especially the ones from Germany. But on the upside, they are from America, which we love, 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 love things made in America here. Never had any quality issues with them. Everything, it's Klein, you guys. You guys know. The set of strippers that come in this, I don't care for these at all. You guys know if you've seen these. These are just little garbage strippers. They're very cheap, very cheaply made. I don't think this represents Klein very well. A lot of people use the other style of stripper that I'm missing. I have the glow-in-the-dark set. They're wonderful. They work. They're not my favorite, but this set right here is, and it's their journeyman combination pliers of needle nose and stripper. I like this because it's like a heavy-duty wire stripper. Strips all the wires you need it to strip. It cuts much, much better than most wire strippers, and it doesn't actually have the shears that most wire strippers have to cut. It's actually got very similar to their needle nose, like the pinch jaw, like the lineman type. But I like that. I like the heavy dutiness of these. I use these strippers are another pair from Knipex. I'll show you guys those, but they're another combination plier. I like the high quality pliers. I like that I don't have to carry needle nose at all when I use these. I can use these like just the same, and I like the stripping function on them much better. Those are the journeyman style. I really wish they had a VDE in that, but I have not seen any yet. The American stuff is a lot less insulated because our regulations aren't as strict. Before we go any further, I want to say thank you to our sponsor, Markate. They make business easy. They help you manage your customer relationship. They help you keep track of their information, all your jobs, all your expenses. They track all of this stuff so well. They make it incredibly easy and user-friendly. You guys, I've been using it for a couple months now, and I love what they do. So you guys get a 2-week free trial or check out their Facebook. There's a bunch of testimonials in there of other business owners who have used it, and they'll tell you about it. It's a great tool to have in your tool belt. It makes business so much easier. This is from NWS, and these are very unique pliers, you guys. This is a set that came together. They are the diagonal cutters, combination pliers, and these needle nose. And I have to be honest with you guys, I could care less about these things right here. The combination pliers and the diagonal cutters, they're very weird. They're just not what I need. I've never used them. Like I got them in a set, and really these shine. Okay, I wanted to try them out. That was the first thing I got from them. These needle nose right here are probably one of my favorite sets. They have such a very long and narrow head. I really like that a lot. The chrome finish is super, super clean. And yeah, there's a patch right here that's not serrated, so you don't have to damage wires. And then the end here, the last half of it is. The handles are insanely comfortable. They're the most comfortable handle that I've had ever. But that goes for all of their pliers. This seems like it would be a bad thing, but it's not. They almost are like toys. They're so unique in the fact this is all rubber, all of this handle. Very, very good grip. I believe there's another company, I think it's Milwaukee. Their insulated stuff in Europe, I believe, is made from the same manufacturer. These pliers right here shine. They really take the cake. They're some of my favorite needle nose. And the same thing goes with their diagonal cutters, their actual size diagonal cutters. This is an 8-inch pair right here. It is not insulated, but the handles are super comfortable. They're not the chrome. I like this finish a lot better, the black. They are just, they work really well. They cut really well. They're super comfortable. They're loose. And I've got this little doodad here on the end. It's a voltage detector. You can buy this separate, and it just fits right on this little hook here. So I like that it's on there. Keeps you from holding one extra tool, and it's always there. I believe it's also a little bit of a light too. They cut well. I really like these diagonal cutters a lot. Anything that's heavier duty from them has been great so far. I just don't like those little pliers. And then I also have this 10-inch pair here. These are some behemoths of pliers, you guys. Look at those things. Those are massive. You see how much of my hand just the head alone takes up. These are the XXL. They're the 240s, which is roughly about 10 inches. The handles, you guys, incredibly comfortable. They cut well. This is the chrome plated one. I like these. I don't feel like the quality is as good as some of the other brands on here, like Klein or Knipex or Wiha, but I like them. They're very unique. They're extremely, extremely ergonomic. If you don't have a pair of these, I would suggest checking out their diagonal cutters or their needle nose. Next on the list is another American company. These are Milwaukee, and I've just got a couple pliers here from Milwaukee. I don't actually have a bunch of their stuff. I have all of their power tools, all of their pack out stuff, but hand tools are not the same story. So these are my favorite set of pliers that I have from them. They're their adjustable pliers, and basically they're my favorite because there's this little button here that you press and it moves it down, and there's all these little teeth in there, and then you set it and it's adjusted. I like this head a lot. I'll talk about this head here in a little bit, probably with the Knipex pliers, because those are my favorite version of this. This is a cool little set, and you get to remount your pipe with the end here, stick that inside your pipe and twist it. But yeah, these are a cool little set of pliers from Milwaukee. I really do like those. I think they're 7.5 inches, somewhere around there. And the other set that I have, I've got 2 pliers of these. These are just their channel lock style of pliers. The water pump pliers is what they are considered, but they're tongue and groove. They're super high quality. This type of plier isn't my favorite type of plier. I really like this other style, like this that Milwaukee makes, and like every other company makes. That is definitely my favorite. But if this is what you're looking for, these are definitely a top quality. They last. I've had no issues with them. I mean, they're just pliers. You guys know there's not a whole lot that can go wrong with that kind of plier, especially not when you're paying money for them like that from Milwaukee. Next up, we're gonna get into the heavier stuff here. This is the 4th company. This is Wiha, and I've got a lot more of their stuff. We'll go ahead and start with this batch. I also got these in a batch. It's their diagonal cutters, their linemans, and their needle nose. And you guys, these are incredible pliers. They're super high quality. They're definitely some of my favorites. Not my favorite, but they're very close. The handles are extremely ergonomic. Okay, these are their VDE handles. All of their yellow and red are VDE. They're insulated. They're 1,000 volt rated. They come loose. Like, I don't have to put any effort there. They get stuck a little bit towards the end, but that's not a big deal. They're not crunchy like some of the other brands, like Klein comes in a little crunchy. These are not. They come in pretty loose. They do get stuck a little bit at the end, but it's nothing major. I really like their needle nose a lot. They just have a good shape to them. They're solid, very similar to the NWS. They have a very long head. They're a little bit thicker than the NWS, and the handles are, again, very ergonomic. They cut well. No needle nose cut well ever. They just are, they're okay, right? For needle nose, they cut well, but I'm saying their linemans and their diagonal cutters have very sharp, very strong jaws. This is their New England style, and it just looks clean too. I have to say, I also like the yellow and red quite a bit. I'm a fan. When we look at their 8-inch diagonal cutters, the head here, it looks almost a little bit fatter. It's a clean cut. They are super ergonomic. They're just comfortable. They are effective. They also have great screwdrivers and stuff like that, so if you like to match, you can match. I really like Wiha's pliers a lot. Then we also have this adjustable style. They have the same head that the first Milwaukee set did. They also have a push button. I like this push button a lot. It's this red button here. You just press it and you can move it down. Of course, it's hard to do when you're on camera. Nothing ever works out like that. So either way, you get to set it and adjust it. It grips pipe way better than the normal flat jaws, which is something that I can appreciate because that's what I do with most of my adjustable pliers like this, is run pipe or tighten nuts and bolts. This is the VDE handle. I don't have any of their regular handles. This, I actually think I did order these separately. I don't suggest getting VDE handled pliers like this. I like a thinner handle. I don't know why I did this, but I just was going VDE crazy. I was going insulated crazy. I don't recommend these as much. These are not my favorite style of this plier. The Knipex is. We'll show you those in a second. And then lastly, this is my favorite. I don't have another pair of shears that I love nearly as much as this pair right here. I don't know why more people don't talk about these. Like, they're not rated on Amazon nearly as much. I've never seen these in anybody else's bag. These shears from Wiha are insane, you guys. They cut so much better. It's got some steps right there in the jaw. It's crazy how much, because I believe these are 8 inches. I mean, they cut extremely large wire very well. They are by far, they are the standout player for Wiha. I don't know why more people aren't talking about these, but they should be, because dang, those things are crazy. Overall, Wiha is definitely one of the top companies here. They make great stuff. They do. Their stuff is super comfortable. It's ergonomic. It cuts well. It's quality. I've had no quality issues at all with Wiha. And next, on to my babies. I am biased, but I'm not biased. I'm biased because I like to use Knipex the most. Also, shout out to everybody who thinks it's Knipex. Check Knipex's YouTube. Check it out and read it and weep. All you people commenting all the time, haters. I am not biased. They don't pay me anything. They don't sponsor me. I just like Knipex pliers a lot. They are what I use every day. They have the most options. Their pliers are so versatile. This is only a portion of my collection, which is crazy. I just wanted to get out the basics, kind of show you guys to compare to some of the other brands, what exactly I like to use from Knipex, what I like about it, show it to you guys. I will say, downside to Knipex, I don't think their handles, their VDE handles, are as ergonomic as the NWS or as the Wiha. I still use their pliers every day. So we'll start off with their diagonal cutters. They have 8-inch and 10-inch. They have straight and they have the angled. This is a pair of the 8-inch and their comfort grip. The comfort grip are not as comfortable as the VDE, but this is the angled diagonal cutters. I've got all of them here. I've got the comfort grip, I've got the VDE, and I've got the regular handle in the 10-inch. And if you guys can see, the only pair that is angled is the comfort grip. They don't actually make an angled pair in the VDE. If being insulated isn't something that you're super worried about, if you want to get the angled pair in this comfort grip, I really like their comfort grip. I don't care for the dipped handles as much. That's definitely a personal preference. They cut so well, you guys. They really just cut better. 10 inches is a little bit extra than 8. To be exact, but it gives you a lot more leverage. You're just able to cut with a little bit less force. These are the ones that I carry every single day. They're their 10-inch straight pair, and they've been an absolute monster, a beast. I really like the 10-inch pair. It's definitely different, unique. I like the VDE. I like to be protected. I work on live stuff all the time. Sometimes you don't know. Sometimes there's voltage being carried back, somebody tagged onto a neutral, just stuff like that you want to be careful. But if you can have the protection, why not? Especially the cost, it's not significant at all. So for me to buy this pair in the comfort grip or for this pair in the VDE, there's really not much of a price difference. Their diagonal cutters are definitely my favorite to cut with, especially the 10-inch pairs. They're hard to beat. Next, we're gonna go ahead and go to the water pump pliers from Knipex. This is my favorite pair of water pump pliers, and I'm gonna cover why this head is so important now. It grabs pipes so much better. It's a single direction, so you can't actually get a good grip going up like this. You only get a good grip going down. It makes the teeth more aggressive, and they just are absolute monsters. They're also a lot thinner than what you'd see with traditional channel lock styles of pliers, which I like. You can get them into tighter spaces, and this button here is wonderful. All these teeth are different settings. So if you guys can see all of these little teeth in here, those are all different settings. So the adjustments are very, very precise. You get a great, great grip on pipe, nuts, bolts, anything like that. And I also remount my pipe. So when I close them, I remount the inside or deburr, whatever you would like to call it. And then I adjust it to the size of where I'm actually twisting the pipe and go backwards, and it deburrs the outside of the pipe because the teeth only grip going down. The teeth are super strong. I really like this base handle here. It's not an actual dipped handle. It's got some texture to it that's much, much better than most dipped handles. I can't stand dipped handles, so I love these. This is the Cobra style, and then from there we also have this alligator style. These don't have the button. I don't love these as much. I don't think I would use these if they didn't have the button. I don't like the VDE handle either. It's way too big. I got these in a set for sure. I definitely didn't buy these. These are the 10-inch pair, and the pair before was also a 10-inch pair. And then these are their 7.5-inch alligator pliers. These are, like I said, there's no push button on these, but a lot of people like these smaller sets and they use them for nuts and bolts. They put them in their pocket. They get the kind with no handles at all on them, and it just makes for super easy work out of anything. They just grip so much better than any other plier that I've ever used. Next, these wire strippers from Knipex are my favorite pair. I love these wire strippers, you guys. They're an incredible, incredible set. The head's a little too thick. I don't love that, and I wish that they had the VDE handles, but they don't. It's just the comfort grip. But that being said, got a lineman style of head, so if you like that, then that's great for you. The cutters on these are what separate them. The shears are insane, you guys. They're so much better. Obviously they strip super well. There's a threadless bolt cutter in here. With most wire strippers, you have to thread the bolts in, not with these. So that part of it's super, super nice. And they handle well. They're super high quality. They're a lot more expensive than most wire strippers, but you use them every day, all day. It's worth the extra $30, $40, or whatever it is to get a nice pair that work well. On to the next ones. They're linemans. I've got both sets here of comfort grip and insulated. I use the insulated pair every single day. I love these pliers. They cut so well, you guys. They are fantastic, fantastic pliers. They also have this hole back here, very unique. You can actually remount pipe if it's 3/4 EMT. So you can stick your pipe in there and twist it, and you can stick this inside the pipe and turn it. It's one of the ways that you can remount your pipe. I like that they do that. This has a fish tape puller on the bottom here. They cut so well, probably cut the best out of any of the linemans here. Same for the diagonal cutters. I think Knipex has the best cutting pliers. I think their handles are not as comfortable, but they have so many options too, not just 4 handles, but 4 pliers. And the last set of pliers that I'll show you guys here is their needle nose. These are their chrome plated needle nose. These are an excellent pair. They're a little bit thicker. I still like the NWS a little bit better for how thin it is. This is their chrome finish with the VDE handles. They are fantastic. All of their pliers are great. I can't say enough about them. They have the best cutting pliers. I feel like they really have definitely the best options available as well. There's so many different styles. I literally have probably twice as many pliers as this because of how many options, and they make it just so easy for you to get your job done and to do what you need to do. Knipex takes the cake for diagonal cutters, linemans, and wire strippers for sure. And then also these water pump pliers. These are by far my favorite pair to use. As far as I'm concerned, these are the only pair that you should ever have of these and use frequently. They're my favorite. You can't get away from the Cobras. Aside from that, the lineman's diagonal cutters, there's other options that are high quality as well. There's just nothing that compares to the Cobras. They definitely take the cake, I would say, as far as like overall. They're my favorite. They're my favorite to use. They're the easiest to use, and they get the job done. So we'll go back through. Klein, you guys, super great option here. Made in America, super high quality. You'll have to break them in, but they make for an excellent set of pliers. Don't have to worry about quality control. You don't have to worry about anything. You can't get them insulated very easily. They do have a couple new sets out that are, but they also have this amazing pair of wire strippers that are a combination with needle nose. Just a super high quality set of wire strippers that are pretty much unmatched. Then on to NWS. You guys, their little pliers, I don't care for them as much, but their needle nose are fantastic. My favorite set. Handles are super ergonomic on all of their pliers, almost like their toys. It's crazy, but their diagonal cutters are also fantastic. This is their 8-inch pair. This is their 10-inch pair. Those are great. You guys know the drill with these Milwaukee ones. There's nothing special. They just work. They get straight to business. And for the Wiha, you guys, excellent sets of linemans, diagonal cutters, and needle nose, right? They're great. You can't go wrong with them. But where they really excel are these shears here. They're fantastic. My favorite set of shears by far. And then as far as Knipex goes, 10-inch diagonal cutters, unbeatable. Knipex Cobra style of plier, just so hard to find anything that's even close to that. Their wire strippers are fantastic. Linemans, you guys, their linemans are just insane. What a great set of linemans, and their needle nose. Everything from Knipex, you guys, their handles, their cutting, all of it is hard to beat. But if you guys like this video, go ahead, let me know down in the comments, like the video. And if you guys want to see more, I did a video on multi-drivers, so go ahead, head up to this and see what my favorite multi-driver was. Remember, you guys, it's all for his glory, and I'll see you guys on the next one.